Mike. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. But you may want to start changing your ways.
I'm really asking everyone to reserve this time this week to please speak about issues other than Iran. Tomorrow, June 24th, is the primary for New York City mayor. On the ballot in the lead is Zohran Mamdadni, a jihadist communist who wants to implement communist policies in NYC. He openly speaks about this. He promotes hatred for America and is being propped up by Islamic terrorists. Please vote against Zohran Mamdadni if you live in New York City, and please all your friends and family who live in New York City know as well. Hey guys, is Ethan Klein supporting Zohran? Guys, he's very pro-Palestine and a liberal and a progressive social democrat. Is he supporting Zohran? Hey guys, is Ethan Klein pro-Palestinian social democrat? Is he supporting Zohran Mamdadni in New York City? Do you guys think? Please vote against him if you live in New York City. Please all your friends and family who live in New York City know as well. We can't allow MSC to turn into London. This is very important. Turn into London. Oh my God.
Zohran Mamdadni released a rap track that praised 5 convicted Hamas funders known as the Holy Land Five. Now he wants to run New York. Mamdadni says, look him up. So we did. These 5 men were convicted of funneling over $12 million to Hamas, a U.S. designated terrorist organization responsible for the murder, rape, and kidnapping of civilians, including Americans. Mamdadni sent his love to convicted Hamas funders. Let that sink in. Mamdadni says, no wall will make it fall. That's an open door for criminals and chaos. Zohran Mamdadni stands with convicted terrorist funders and wants open borders. This is New York City, not a sanctuary for terrorists. Zohran Mamdadni, unfit, un-American, unthinkable.
Yo, you know what's so funny is like these Zionists are going to actually make regular Americans pro-terrorism. Like they're actually going to make regular Americans pro-terrorism. Now, I condemn terrorism. You know, I hate to see civilians hurt, chat. It's terrible. But they're going to make a lot of people are going to become pro-terrorist if you see people like that. Andrew Cuomo's campaign team.
The Taliban.
You can't even make parodies anymore. It's a choice to campaign with a guy who said America deserved 9/11 in fucking NYC. That brunch lib guy had to hide his account because so many people went after him.
Start spreading the clicks. I'm trending today. Skip 200.
Whenever they're saying he's trending, he's a celebrity, you're gonna win.
31 votes last year, but TikTok says I slayed. 4 years in Albany, past 3 bills, no more. My resume, I rapped a bit, then filmed for mom, what a chore. I asked for free buses, then voted no.
He's even cute in the AI thing.
Holocaust condemnation? Nah, I let that go. Defund police, of course, here. I'll fix New York, just stand clear. All the papers say I'm a clown, unfit to run this town. If I can flop here, I can flop anywhere. New York, New York!
Paid for by Whitney for mayor.
He looks so fucking cute in this ad, though. Also, look how diverse the riot is. This is true New York. Look how diverse. You know what I mean? You have people of all races, backgrounds, genders uniting and defund the police. It's true. You know, clip this in a year or two, and maybe I'm just crazy, but it honest to God feels like we're gonna win. I could just feel the energy, and I could feel the way that people are turning away from corporate media, which was the last way that Democrats could control their base. And it feels like people are finally just turning away from it in a really fundamental way. It feels like we're gonna win. Democratic primary voters are fundamentally opposed to progressive politics because to do so would mean them admitting to themselves that the party they are psychologically cucked into liking are evil. No, you're wrong. 70% of people in the Democratic Party are outright left-wing. They support left-wing policies. What they've been cucked into believing is that the rest of the people don't. And so they need to compromise or else you'll get something even worse. That's the cuckness. It isn't because they're against progressive ideas. It's because they've been cucked into believing that the rest of the country isn't behind progressive ideas. So they have to triage and do lesser of two evils. That's the cuckitude. And that's the mind virus we need to snap. That is the way that, you know, centrists win. Centrists win not based on like people liking their shit. No fucking shit. Nobody likes that. They win because they're like, well, you know, if you're a centrist, then people that are in the middle will vote for you and therefore will beat the Republicans who are really bad. That is the mentality that has to be defeated. That is the mentality that needs to be defeated. Now, there are ideological neoliberals, but they're no more than 5 to 10% of the electorate. And yes, they should be destroyed. They should be contained. They should be attacked ruthlessly. But most people are not like that, actually. And that's why I have hope. Because if most people thought like you think they do, well, that would be terrible.
Early voting has finished for the Democratic mayoral primary, and in-person voting is tomorrow.
Yes, now a new poll running.
Yeah, guys, I see. Thank you for the reminder.
Come out on top shows a possible upset. Pix 11's Kirsten Nicole here with a closer look at those details. Good morning, Kirsten.
It's not over until it's over. And we're at an interesting point right now, right? We're between the early voting. We're between primary day. Andrew Cuomo's support has stayed steady over the past month. Starts out with the most votes, but as we all know, ranked choice voting is in play here. And as we go through the simulation and rounds of voting, a different victor emerges. Take a look at how this is predicted to play out in the last major poll before primary day from Emerson College, Pix 11 and The Hill. Andrew Cuomo with first round of voting, maintaining his lead with 36%. Mamdadni pulling a very close second at 34%, and Brad Lander rounding out the top three with 13%. Let's take a look at the rest of the candidates. Adrian Adams pulls 8%, Scott Stringer with 3%, Zellner Myrie with 2%. Now, this doesn't take into account the 4% of undecided voters, and there's a margin of error of 3.4%. Now, as the simulation plays out, Cuomo keeps that lead until the 8th and final round, when Lander is eliminated and the majority of those second choice ballots flow to Mamdadni, pushing him into the winner's position, 52% to Cuomo's 48%. It is a stunning rise for the 33-year-old assembly member from Queens, who was taking 1% of the vote when we first saw the polls in this race 5 months ago. The number of undecided voters has steadily declined. It's currently sitting at 4%. And these are tight margins between the candidates, also of 4%. Now, along the way, Mamdadni has secured key endorsements from Alexandria.
Why rank voting in New York? What are the pros and cons? No Nintendo. I honestly believe in preferential voting, which is a little bit different. But what do I know? You know, there's problems with all of them, right? It doesn't really matter. All you have to do is rank Zohran. Also, oh, by the way, chat, did I not say on Friday how this shit, they don't know anything, and that it's incredibly, you know, it's incredibly front runnery, and it's incredibly, they have limited information, they don't know shit? Did I not say this? Well, what do you look at that? One poll shows Zohran winning, and now Polymarket flips. I should have bet on Zohran. Fuck! I should have bet on Zohran. God damn it. Why didn't I bet on Zohran? Dude is already gonna. I shouldn't gamble. Dude is already real. Feel 100 degrees in New York, and tomorrow is gonna be hotter. I just walked outside. It's brutal. Oh, and they like those long lines at the polling places. Oof. Oh no! Does Cuomo need people to show up on election day when it's 100-some degrees? Oh, I guess making things hard to vote. I guess that hurts after all, huh? Fuck, that's awesome.
Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders. There's been cross endorsement from Brad Lander as a second choice candidate. Cuomo getting an important endorsement from President Bill Clinton as well this weekend. Interesting trends teased out from this Emerson College Pix 11, the Hill poll, along racial, ethnic, age lines. Under 50 voters supporting Mamdadni 2-1. Cuomo leading in the over 50 and over 60 categories. Cuomo leading in those without a 4-year college degree. Black and Hispanic voters breaking for Cuomo by about 60% to 40%, but Mamdadni leading among white and Asian voters. College educated supporting Mamdadni by 62%, men supporting Mamdadni at 56%, women supporting Cuomo at 52%. Now, since early voting started,
By the way, chat, Cuomo's the only demographic Cuomo does really well in is elderly people. And when he was governor, he killed a shit ton of elderly people because of COVID-19. So that very well might cost him the election. He killed his own supporters.
We've seen nearly 400,000 New Yorkers cast those primary ballots, 384,338 early voters to be exact. Sources close to Cuomo's campaign insisting that they have their own poll numbers contradicting this showing that their candidate is actually up by double digits. Another factor, guys, this dangerous heat. Standing in line to vote tomorrow is going to be an issue for people. That's why the early voting is always encouraged, that people get out there with that heat warning for some voters. So much going on with all of this.
Yeah, those numbers really showing every vote counts.
Absolutely. Now, a race to win the margins effectively.
A race to win the margins, Justin.
All right, Kirsten, thank you so much.
Sure.
And stay right here with the Pix 11 News. We will have complete coverage of the final moments of the primary campaigns. And tomorrow, we'll be live at polling places as voters cast their ballots. And of course, we'll have all the results when those polls close tomorrow night.
Here's someone who was in one of those nursing homes Cuomo sent COVID
Alexa,
patients
thank
to.
you. We continue.
Oh, it's so good. It's so awesome. It's so fucking awesome. Can we do a quick timeline of all of Cuomo's many scandals? All right, let's read this timeline of Cuomo's many scandals. 1997, as HUD secretary, he pushed Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to take on riskier subprime loans. So you could say that Cuomo is actually responsible for the Great Recession and the housing crash. In 2011, he cut $2 billion from Medicaid in New York public schools. In 2013, he created Startup New York, which spent nearly $50 million on ads and only created 76 jobs. But it's through the free market, right? Through the free market, guys. We got to steal $50 million for his fucking friends and their corrupt ad buying agencies. Closed down a public corruption commission when it started investigating people close to him in 2014. In 2015, he passed a tax break for luxury yacht owners. In 2017, he used MTA funds to bail out upstate ski resorts. In 2018, he oversaw an economic development project that led to 3 of his closest associates going to prison for bid rigging. He should be in prison. In 2019, he failed to dispense funds for census outreach, resulting in New York State losing a House seat. And then that, on top of it, led to the Republicans controlling the House of Representatives. In 2020, he directed health officials to prioritize COVID testing for his relatives and influential people. Amazing. In 2020, he doctored a report on nursing home deaths while he was negotiating a $5 million book deal. In 2020, he assigned junior government staff to write his memoir during the height of the pandemic. Got paid $5 million to write a book and was too lazy to write it. What a fucking fraud. Also, this is corruption. You can't have government officials doing private work for senior officials. What the fuck are you doing? You know that in Pennsylvania, government officials have gone to prison for this? In fact, I know of representatives who went to prison because they had their like staff do their laundry and take care of their kids and shit, like on government time. 2020 hid a provision in the budget to shield nursing homes from lawsuits after getting donations from them. So he killed a bunch of people in nursing homes. He took a bunch of bribes from those nursing homes, and then he made it illegal for families to sue nursing homes for killing their family members during the pandemic. What a fucking scumbag. Who likes this guy? 2020, accused of groping as an executive assistant and is the subject of a criminal complaint. 2021, accused of harassing at least 11 women, according to Attorney General report. 2021, retained Harvey Weinstein's lawyer. This is why Bill Clinton has endorsed him. This is why Mike Bloomberg, friend of Ghislaine Maxwell, has endorsed him. Undercounted nursing home deaths by as much as 50%, according to a state comptroller report. Accused of sexually harassing 13 women in 2024, according to a DOJ report. 2024, he joined Netanyahu's defense team against war crime allegations. You guys want to elect Netanyahu's lawyer? Why does Ethan Klein want to elect Netanyahu's lawyer? And most scandalous, he announced his run for mayor of New York City when he lives in Rochester. He doesn't even live in New York City. Get him out.
Went on the Bulwark. There's Zohran on Pix 11. Zohran on Theo Von.
Zohran went on Theo Von?
Well, no, but I found this podcast where they talk about what it would be like if he did.
Could we just turn off the TV? I just need to breathe. It was so hot out today.
Thought today was hot. It's got nothing on Tuesday, which is going to be over 100 degrees. This will depress turnout among Cuomo's elderly base.
Did you get outside today?
Yeah. Canvassed.
Hi, just seeing if we can count on you to support Zohran Mamdadni, who as mayor will freeze the rent for rent.
Almost done filling up my third Zetro card. 1 gets you a poster, 3 gets you a nude.
That's intriguing, but I think you're developing an unhealthy obsession with Zohran.
I haven't been sworn in as a Zohranastrian yet.
You know what? Let's just watch a movie.
Yeah, there's one I've been meaning to check out. It's actually like a story about a family that's of Indian origin but from Uganda, and then
No, not Mississippi Masala.
No, not Mississippi Masala. I'm talking about Zohran Mamdadni's AI generated biopic.
Guys, I'm here with my boy Zohran Mamdadni, the next mayor of New York City. He is running a campaign that's for the people, make things affordable, free buses, freeze rent. Let's make, if you're a working class person, you can actually live in this incredible city that you helped make great. He's not, here's some other things he's got going for him. Not backed by billionaires, not a disgraced sex pest. Give us some bullet points.
As the next mayor of the city, I'm going to make the most expensive city in the United States affordable for New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. Stavvy was saying, freezing the rent for rent-stabilized tenants, making the slowest buses in the country fast and free, deliver universal child care. We can only do this, though, if you come out and vote. Election day is on June 24th, on Tuesday, at 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's our last opportunity to send Andrew Cuomo back to the suburbs.
Let's get him out of here, baby. Let's get this man. This is the next mayor.
Come on.
Vote.
Man.
Sure, you know.
Yo, man, look. Keep on getting it, Playboy.
Next mayor, baby. That's the next mayor right there. We here, we lit. Ah, this shit. Come on. You know the vibe. We ain't say no. This is New York City. Come on.
Thank you.
My dog. See, come on, man. Organic. I hope y'all rolling on that. I hope you got sound and audio.
Thank you so much.
I really hope the best.
Thank you so much.
Let's get it.
Thank you.
We're all behind you.
Thank you. It means the most.
So,
thank you so much.
Is that cool? We just do a little walk around. Maybe you talk a little bit about the neighborhood. Maybe see who comes up to you.
That's what he's running on, man. It's making the city affordable for us, bro. I had to, like you said, I had to dip to Jersey because I have 4 kids and I couldn't afford to stay where I was at. You know what I mean? I love it here. I love coming outside and seeing my people, seeing my food, hearing my music. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to do that as a born and bred New Yorker, bro. That breaks my heart.
Now we're like, what's going on? This is my community. I remember when you couldn't walk in these parks. Now look, I could come here, sit down and enjoy, but I'm being displaced because I can't afford to live here.
Yeah.
I gotta go learn how to swim so I can live in the water under sea. Yeah, because this is what it is.
So listen, man, when you go to vote, rank my man #1. That's what he's running on. Affordability.
What's your name?
Mr. Vargas, Ariel, like the Little Mermaid.
Okay.
So you already halfway there for on the water.
My cousin doesn't believe that you're here.
Oh, yes,
and she's like, oh my God, send me a picture.
Please send me
Yeah?
a picture. Yeah.
Ah, future mayor! Oh my God, I touched you. But I want to hug you.
We got the young people, we got the DTs on deck, bro, the abuelas, everybody.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
This is the yard right here. This is where fitness happens. I wanted to introduce you.
How you doing?
My name is Zero, but my name is actually Michael.
Okay.
I just wanted to say I appreciate you coming to the community. You know, this is something we don't really get a lot of credit for normally. This is the goal, you know, to show them if you're going to struggle for something that you're trying to get.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually going to use this to motivate my handstand right now.
Thank you. Let's see it, let's see it.
Yeah, Zero, get right.
Get right, get right.
Yeah, Zero, easy money.
Easy money. Easy money. Come on. Come on, look at this. This is what we bring it.
Oh my God.
My goodness. Come on. Community building, baby. That's what we're doing out here. Us, bro.
I thought he was going to fall. I got nervous. What about that?
Hey, can we get like a picture with you? His mom has been camping.
Look at that, bro. Come on. Come on, listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something real fast. Cuomo is not coming uptown. Hey, bro, my guy there. He's not coming up here. If he is, he's going to some private dinner event with a bunch of people that are not real people. We're here to park with some real people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely voting for you. I already have my thing. I was going to vote tomorrow. I'm a teacher as well, so at school we all talk about you.
Hello. I've been canvassing for you, and then I just heard that you were here, so I wanted to meet you in person.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I just wanted you to know I'm a Jewish New Yorker. I'm really excited about football.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything you do.
That means the world.
Incredible.
What's your name?
Emily.
Emily.
Danny.
Danny, great to meet you.
Great to meet you, brother.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Hey, man.
I voted for him yesterday, like early voting. There were so many people out.
I'm sweating because I'm thinking about that rally last night. That energy in that building was incredible, man. But like I said, job's not finished.
Job not finished.
What up, baby?
Get okay?
Hey, brother. In the hood, he's in the hood.
Yes, sir. You already know.
That's what it is, man. How you doing?
Yeah, but I was just telling him, like, he's running for mayor. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what's your name?
Zohran Mamdadni.
All right, you gonna look out for us?
Absolutely.
Running the heights in the hood.
That's what it is.
Running to freeze the rent.
All right,
Make the buses fast and free.
Bro, that's why I'm down here with my man, because I was like, yo, listen.
Are you Dominican?
No, I'm not.
He looks like it though, right? Yeah, he got that bubbles in there.
Take my number down.
See, so he's
I'm a barber. I can't hear him. Get a lot to see because this shit, look, right there. Unless you are better than that. Boom.
Why you gotta put me down?
I ain't putting you, no, it's good, but I'll do a better job. That's a 9. You already get the votes from up here.
Fall asleep.
No, don't have you lace, you get every vote in town, bro.
I'll fall asleep, my eyebrows will be done.
And you young hands, you know what I mean?
Come on, there we go.
Is that my number? Call me Diggity. Yeah, Diggity the barber. Diggity the barber.
Diggity.
Nice to meet you, my brother.
Diggity.
Yes, sir. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother. Yo, good luck, man. I'll vote for you.
Thank you.
Come on, man, #1.
You spoke to me right here. You chilling with us in the hood. You heard?
Come on now. That's all it takes.
Take it easy, bro.
Diggity. Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's up? What up? Yo, what's good? You voting?
I'm voting.
You voting? What you need? You need your rent to freeze to stay where it's at?
Perfect. That sounds good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, boss.
Good.
My name's Zohran. I'm running for mayor.
All you gotta do is put him #1. And don't put Cuomo nowhere on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because Cuomo ain't coming down here. We are. You know what I'm saying? And we're approved by Diggity.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna check you out.
Yes, sir. See you, Diggity. Holla.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You got the whole thing in your house. Oh my God! I just ranked you first.
Thank you so much.
You just mean so much to so many people who probably gave up
on voting, gave up on ever seeing a progressive have the momentum that you have. Thank you for everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you for showing up in the hood, man. Appreciate you. I hope you win this, man. Yes, sir. For real.
We count on you, champ.
Yo, what up, man? Everything good with you? Nigga? Damn, looking good. Everything good? It's good to see you out here, man. Welcome back to the hood.
Zohran 24. Let's change things, brother. We can do it together.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Good luck, man. That guy. Now the guy's a piece of garbage.
He's trash.
Garbage. Scumbag.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
On Friday night, we walked the length of Manhattan from Inwood Hill to Battery Park. New Yorkers deserve a mayor they can see, hear, even yell at. The city is in the streets. Oh, fuck yeah, man.
We have just begun our walk through the entirety of Manhattan. We're at Inwood Hill Park at the tip top. We're outside because New Yorkers deserve a mayor that they can see, they can hear, they can even yell at. Good, bro.
Go. Dude, long pants, long shirt. Now, I'm cold as a cucumber. I would not sweat. But Zohran, if you can make that without getting all pit stained, that would be insane. Most people would be sopping.
Yeah? Tuesday!
Thank you, my brother.
Hey, yeah, everybody contento, my friend.
Hola, mucho gusto.
First of all, notice that he's not scared to be out on the streets like a piss-soaked conservative from the suburbs. He was walking through every neighborhood unafraid, like the piss-soaked fucking suburbanites that are constantly going, oh, it's so sad, it's so scary, oh.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Yes, you know that. You know that. Only the greatness, you know what I'm saying?
When we launched this campaign on a cold October evening, few thought we could win. Thank you, my man. I'll see you. Thank you. But I always knew that we would build a campaign just like this.
Just voted today. Just voted today.
Over 1 million doors knocked, more than 40,000 volunteers. You are the beating heart of this campaign. You have climbed 6-floor walk-ups and braved the pouring rain to canvass our city.
Wait, we both have canvas for you.
Can't wait to have you here.
You have shared our message with the very New Yorkers you've lived alongside for years, but never had the chance to meet. And make no mistake, this campaign is reaching every corner of this city.
I'm voting for you!
To everyone who pulls me aside to whisper with the best intentions, you have already won. I am sorry, but the days of moral victories are over. Because this is a campaign that is going to win on June 24th. And it's thanks to each and every one of you. All right, where are we headed?
You know, chat, I have felt like he's gonna, I've just felt like he's gonna pull it out. If he doesn't end up pulling it out, it'll be because the name recognition of Cuomo was so high, and the amount of money on negative ads in places that you and I don't watch was enough to sway the elderly to vote in as a block for Cuomo. So this is really a battle between the dying elements of the Democratic Party versus the next generations taking power. If he really pulls it off, this chart goes down in electoral history. Oh yeah, definitely. February 3rd, Zohran 1%. June 18th, he's at 32%. He made it at National Action Network, which is one of the most important places for one of the most august networks for fighting for black liberation. And he went in to speak to those communities unafraid, because a lot of the Democratic Party machine has wormed its way into the trust of so many community leaders in black and brown spaces, and they've done nothing but use them for votes. And then when it comes time to actually return benefits, they've given fucking nothing in return. And so it's up to us progressives to earn those trust of those communities. And it's not going to happen because of one speech or one campaign. It has to be, we have to make people believe that we could deliver for them.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Zohran Mamdadni, and I know that there are many here today, and there are many watching and many listening who may have seen an ad mentioning my name on TV, or a commercial on the radio, or a mailer in your mailbox, or a video when you're watching YouTube. And you may wonder, who is funding these ads? And it is in fact the same person that you were picketing just a few days ago. Because when Bill Ackman tries to take on diversity, equity, and inclusion, he also wants to take on any threat to the Trump administration across this country. And so just a few days ago, he spent another $250,000 on those same ads that you are seeing, and you are hearing, and you are reading. And so to quote the words of a famous New Yorker, allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born in Kampala, Uganda, in East Africa. I was given my middle name Kwame by my father, who named me after the first Prime Minister of Ghana. And decades ago, in Uganda, we won our independence from the British in 1962. We can clap for that. And when we did, the United States government gave the Ugandan government 23 scholarships as a gift for independence. And my father won one of those scholarships. He came to this country to study to be an engineer at the University of Pittsburgh. And sometime into his studies, his face buried in his book, he heard the words reverberate in the corridor around him, "Which side are you on? Which side are you on?" These were words being sung by members of SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, recruiting students to get on the bus to go to Montgomery, Alabama. And my father got on that bus. He marched. He was hosed down. He was thrown in jail. He was given one phone call. And he called the Ugandan ambassador to the United States. He said, "Can you get me out of jail?" The ambassador said, "What are you doing in jail? We sent you there to study." My father said, "You sent me here as a gift for our freedom. They are fighting for theirs. It's one and the same." And so I was raised with this understanding that freedom and the fight for it is interconnected. And as I look across this city today, I am reminded that freedom is only worth as much as our ability to exercise it. Because we hear politicians of the past come on stages across this city, including this one, saying that they believe this is the greatest city in the world. But they do not answer the question that Dr. King posed decades ago. What good is having the right to sit at a lunch counter if you can't afford to buy a hamburger? What good is being the greatest city in the world if New Yorkers can't afford to live here? What good is it if our own people cannot afford their rent,
their childcare, their groceries, even $2.90 for their Metro card. What good is that but making a museum of what once was in the city that we love? And so I stand here before you as an assembly member running for mayor with a very simple message. I am running to make the most expensive city in the United States of America affordable. I'm running to make it affordable for the working and middle-class New Yorkers who built this city. And I also know that to run, to believe, it is not enough in and of itself. Because we know the words of James 2:14. Faith without works is death. If we believe in something, we must deliver something. That is how we will be judged. And when I believe in affordability, I will deliver it by freezing the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants across the city of New York. When I believe in affordability, I will deliver it by making the slowest buses in the country fast and free. When I believe in affordability, I will deliver it by finally bringing universal child care to each and every New Yorker across this city. But I know that there are many who say that when you stand for what you believe in, you lose your ability to win. And I actually think of the words that Reverend Sharpton shared when he was running for president. He shared, there are those in the Democratic Party who have driven the party further and further to the right in the name of a winning strategy. And it seems that it is their presumption that the only way to be electable is that progressive forces and people of color must voluntarily turn into invisible people. And I have spent this campaign speaking to those so-called invisible people. I have spoken to the New Yorkers who do not see their...
By the way, chat, okay, I gotta stop it there for a second because there's another angle where Al Sharpton and Spike Lee reacted to his quote, and you can see them getting gagged.
Sharpton shared when he was running for president. He shared, there are those in the Democratic Party who have driven the party further and further to the right in the name of a winning strategy. And it seems that it is their presumption that the only way to be electable is that progressive forces and people of color must voluntarily turn into invisible people. And I have spent this campaign speaking to those so-called invisible people. I have spoken to the New Yorkers who do not see themselves in their politics, do not see themselves in their politicians, and do not see themselves in the policies that are being proposed.
God, he's so good at this, chat. And you can see that's the truth. Is that we have to be brave to have ambition again. If you want to save this country, we're not going to do it through incremental pandering to Republican moderates. We're going to do it by bringing in millions and millions of people into believing in this country and themselves again. That is what we are missing in this country. The faith that things can get better, that we can achieve things, that things can get easier, not harder. The more technology we have, the easier things should be to survive. The more technology, the more comfortable we should be. The better the technology, the easier it should be to learn and to teach. But it feels like every time we make a step forward as a humanity, as a human race, we, as working class people and middle class people, we take a step back. The only people that are stepping forward are the richest of the rich. How many billions is too many billions for Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk? How many billions is too many billions? We don't know. Is there a number? Should it be trillions? 9 million people starve to death in this world every year. If Jeff Bezos gets to 1 trillion, are we going to save those children? If 30,000 American veterans sleep on the streets. If Elon Musk hits 1 trillion, will we give them a home? At what point is enough for the top? When will we turn toward the bottom, the least of us? I mean, like, honestly, when is enough enough?
Themselves in their politics, do not see themselves in their politicians, and do not see themselves in the policies that are being proposed. And what I have found is that it is time to bring those from the margins to the mainstream. It is time for us to make every New Yorker visible across this city. But when we stand up and do so, we will face the wrath of all the money in the world. And so right now, you will see more than $20 million being spent against me, $20 million being trying to redefine me, But let me tell you who I am. I am a man who believes in the possibility of this city. I am one who believes that we must win a new city, a city for each and every New Yorker, one they can afford, one they can do more than just struggle. And to do that, we have to leave behind the old city and the old politicians and the old ways that gave us the struggle that we're living in today. So it is my hope to not only earn your consideration, to not only earn your vote, but to earn your partnership. Because what I want to do is lead this city alongside each and every one of you. And it would be a dream if you gave me that opportunity on Tuesday, June 24th. Thank you so much.
Zohran Mamdadni. Now, you know, I told all the candidates they had 5 minutes, but I didn't tell them the other prerequisite. You see, Zohran don't play fair. To quote Sharpton in front of Sharpton. Play fair now, Zohran. That was a chess move there. That's checkmate.
You have to understand that there are a lot of people who, in their heart of hearts, want to be left-wing, but because of how painful the world is, they get scar tissue. And they start to turn toward themselves and their family and their friend, and they turn away from hope. So part of our job is to heal people. Reach out. That's part of the job of a socialist and a leftist, is to heal people that can be healed. But we also, in every hospital has surgeons. And surgeons commit violence on the body in service of health. And sometimes we need to cut out tumors. Sometimes we need to lance boils. Sometimes we need to fumigate parasites. Healing is not just gentle menstruation. Sometimes it is violent removal. And a good healer uses all the tools. He picks the appropriate tool to treat the disease in front of him. We are not the tolerant left. We are the effective left.
But you may want to start changing your ways. Change your ways. We're changing your name.